Yes, 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 yes. Hello. Say hello, teddy bear. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. No barky teddy bear this morning, or Benjamin for that matter. Hello. Benjamin has a treat that I gave him about an hour ago. After he had his breakfast, he got a little treat, and he still has it. He walks around with it in his mouth. Does that mean he's never going to eat it? No. He's only going to eat it when the other guy comes by and says, oh, you still have your treat. It's like what's the name of that thing? Grasshopper. The grasshopper and the ant. Was the grasshopper the one that plays all day and does nothing, and the ant is the one that saves for a rainy day? I don't remember if it was an ant or not. Good morning. Hello, everyone. I'm chit-chatty. Hey, today is Wednesday. I'm chit-chatty because I had my chemo, and I don't know, they put stuff in your... They don't just give you the medicine. They give you stuff that will make you feel good when you leave and makes you feel good for about 24 to 48 hours afterwards. And then after that, it's like, bad. So I feel really good. In fact, I was like not sleeping at all last night. Anyway, we're going to do a thank you card today. This is actually not a new thank you card, and it's from a really great set of images that I want you to see because they really are very pretty, and I don't see a lot of people doing them. A lot of people making their own cards from scratch, which is great, and I do that all the time too, but sometimes you just need a nice, clean thank you card or just a nice note card that you can send a message in, and this one is one of them. It's a really cute thank you card. But before I get in, I just want to tell you all, my name is Rita. This is my channel, Miss Rita to the Rescue. I've been doing this. This is going on, it's my fourth year, going on my fifth year. I started back actually in February of 2020 when the pandemic started, and I just didn't ever stop. I do take some breaks because I am going through active treatment for metastatic breast cancer, which is a stage 4 breast cancer that is a managed condition, and I recently had a very large flare-up, so now I'm on chemo to keep things better. I don't think they actually cure you of it, or they say they don't cure you from it, but it's just something that I have to deal with the rest of my life. Anyway, that's me. I'm here. If you want to be here, I'm so glad that you are, and I hope that you make some new friends in the chat. We've got some really great people that come on a regular basis, and we try to do 5 shows a week. I didn't do a show yesterday because I was at treatment, but I have a second project that if I have time, I'll show you that. So let's get into it, and welcome to everyone. We're expecting our first snowfall. I live in the northeast, actually Massachusetts, north of Massachusetts by about 20 miles. Next to the famous or infamous Salem, Massachusetts. We're a quiet little town. It's actually a city, but we're known as a town. Quiet little town north of Boston on the North Shore, which is direct opposite of Cape Cod and the South Shore. So we have North Shore, and you know where that big hook is, that's Cape Cod. So anyway, let's get started. So this little thank you card came out when the first Cricut Explore came out, which was, I think, 2013 or 2014, I think. Earlier in the year, 2014. This was the Explore. It didn't yet have Bluetooth connection. It didn't yet have any tools that would go along with it. I don't even know if it had the scoring stylus. I'm going to show you a trick with the scoring stylus. Anyway, that means that it works for all the machines because it was originally designed on the base machine. Now, if you want to see where I got this from, you can come and pick this up right from my Cricut profile. Or if you want, you can have a look at the description of the Cricut profile, and you can see down in the bottom part, see I scrolled here, and it says thank you card, and there's a number, and when you have your finger on the number, it clicks, or it's a hyperlink basically, and then you can see there it is. It is a Cricut Access image, so if you are a Cricut Access customer, you will get this for free. And then if I click on the triple dots, you can see view image sets. This is the image set that I wanted to show you today. It's called Alexismatics. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. Alexismatics, classically modern cards. And you can see there's our thank you, but there's something for everyone. There's some love cards. There's some special delivery cards, a cheer up, a wedding card, and this is one of my favorites, this hello one. I'm going to bookmark that so I know. I'm also going to bookmark this envelope. I'm always on the hunt. I don't know. It's bookmarked. It says it's bookmarked, but it doesn't light up the little bookmark. It says anyway. But I'm always on the hunt for a really good envelope, because this is why I generally buy envelopes. Is because a lot of times I like to create in 5x7 mode. A lot of people create in A2 mode, which is 4 1/4 by 5.5. But I like 5x7. I feel like if you're gonna go to a store and spend $8 to $12 on a card, then your card should be just as nice. And people won't think, oh, a handmade card. You'll think, oh my God, one of your handmade cards, I love it. That sort of thing. I also have some really good news. Just to let you know, I have a girlfriend who opened a little shop. It's like a gourmet cheese and food shop. It's called Explore. It's called Edex. Explore, Dine. I don't know. Oh, I'm having a brain blip. Sorry, but my friend Debar Bugler runs it with her husband Phil, and they opened up last year late in the fall, and they've made a really big splash in downtown Peabody, and I think it's just great to start filling in with little shops. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, maybe you might like some cards that you could sell alongside your gourmet treats and everything. And she said, yeah. So I've been spending the last couple of days thinking about that and which ones I'm going to do. So we're going to start off with some Valentine's cards and see how that goes, and we're going to do it on consignment. So see, I make all these cards. I never know what to do with them all. I send as many as I can out, but I don't always get a chance to. So this might be a way for people to start seeing more of me, at least locally anyway. And if I know Day, she will make that shop just the second jewel in the here we go, in the downtown area. So when you bring this in, it does come in different colors. I change up the colors because I love that dramatic black white with like a really cool mint green. So well, he's a late barker. But here is this envelope. Does that look nice? And hey, hello. I think. Hey, hold on. Hey, what are you barking at? Come on, you're too loud there. It's like they're two different octaves. If they were the same octave, it might be easier. But I don't know. Hey. Teddy bear, come over here. All right, come over here and I'll pet your nose. Sorry, we needed to take a pet break. They were feeling unloved. Okay, so this is my original. All I did was change the colors, but I thought it was a good thing to show you a good trick how to change colors. So click on any one piece that you want to do colors for. It's a simple piece. This one has a score mark, so I'm going to show you that in a second. But this is a simple piece, and I'm going to change it to over here. What is my color? My color is a minty green. All right, so I'm going to change this to mint green. Now, when I hit this little box, it's a color thing. You'll see here, these are the material colors that are already in use. But if you don't like that material color, you can choose a different color. Or if you want an advanced color, like you're really, you're making wedding invitations or something, and you need to be very, very specific with a mock-up, you can do advanced. And you can actually type in the color number if you know the different Pantone, if you know the Pantone color mixes, you can put those numbers in there. There's a slew of them. Or you can take this little circle and sort of just eyeball what you're looking for so that that customer or whoever, the person you're creating for, is getting a full idea of what you're looking for. So, so that's what that color is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take and use material colors that I'm already using. All right. And so that's the blue. And this is going to be the thank you, which I'm going to change to black. And then let's see what else we got over here. So these are my, let's see, where's my original? That's my original. And I think that that's my original. Yeah. So, so anyway, these are all differently sized, and I'm looking at this, and I did resize this, but this was, I wanted to tell you about color so much more than size, because it can be a little tricky. So with this piece, which has scoring on it, what you have to do, that is considered a layer. The layer is attached to the paper, which is colored. So the layer that is the score line doesn't need to get recolored. However, if you wanted to change it from a score line to, say, a cut line, you wouldn't want to do that. You can do that here. But I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to go over to the right here, and I'm going to make sure I choose this layer. This layer, there's my score, there's my basic cut. So I'm going to click on the basic cut, and then I'm coming back over here to color, and I'm going to change the color to that blue. You see that? And now I go back. I don't have to, because otherwise, if I just pick this one, I don't pick this layer, look what happens up here. I get this strikeout message. I don't want that. So I want to just choose this one and then change the color this way. Now in this case, it's going to be black. Okay? And then, oh, this is another thing to note. If you move the piece while you have it still highlighted, it will remove the score with it. I don't know if that's meant to be that way, but you have to be on the top layer of the layers. Okay. So when you cut this out, I would suggest that you cut this out in, all right, I'm going to do a new thing, and I'm just going to replace it and come back here, my stuff, and here. Okay, so again, you can come and pick this up in the Cricut community profile, which is an entirely different lesson that if you want to know about it, you can do that as well. So again, just to recap, this image comes, with the exception of sizing and color changes, it comes the way that you cut it out. When you do cut it out, you will see that there are several pieces that have this pretty intricate cutout. I would suggest, especially this part here. I would suggest when you're cutting it out, that if you have an Explore machine, you are going to turn the knob all the way to custom, and you can just leave it there at custom, because when you look at that, then you're able to see all of the materials all at once on the Design Space cutting software. Okay, and then we're going to choose something called cardstock for intricate cuts. Okay, and so that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to actually do more. It's just my way I do that. And then I choose remember material settings. So I'm going to cut this out. I'm not going to cut it out now because it takes a really, really long time to cut out. But then when you go to put it together, and I'm going to show you what it is. This is me putting it together. So when you go put this together, you get this beautiful envelope. Let me just see what size this is. That is just 6 by 6.5. So that's not quite an A7 card, but it is a nice size for a thank you card. So there's my thank you. And what I like about this is that the holes are covered up and there's a third color there, so that's kind of nice. And then I have all the space. A lot of times when you have these cutout cards, you have to be careful about what you're writing because it comes through. So I kind of like that they put that piece in there. And then here's the matching envelope. Really nice to have these on hand. But if you are somebody who still has the Explore 2 or Explore 1 or the Air, it's actually not the Air 2, it's the Air 2. Even if you have the Explore 3, you can use something called the scoring stylus to do the scoring. However, the scoring stylus does not really get that score that you're looking for. So what I would suggest is you could either double up your score lines on your machine, which is a good way around it, or if you happen to be somebody that already was making cards before you got your machine, which is something that I indeed did. Sorry about the lighting. We got that morning sun, which I'm not sorry about, but it's hard to see. So this is what's called a scoring, a scoreboard, scoreboard. And this allows us to make half, full inch, half, quarter, and actually a 1/16 of an inch scoring. This is so popular when you're making rosettes, and it actually does a really great job of making that score line be nice and tight, which you need for rosettes. But what I found with this card, because it has 3 pieces in there, we want to do this because otherwise, let me show you, otherwise if you went to fold it, you have to find out where the fold is. It's really just a suggestion, to be honest with you. And then you have to fold into the fold, and sometimes you don't get it completely perfect. So let's go ahead and score this one as well. I bring it up to the left-hand side, right up here, because I want it to be scored off. But I'm only moving it because I want you to see what I'm doing. So I'm looking for that score line, that suggested score line right there. And I'm going to just press down, and this is called a bone folder. Now, if you don't have a bone folder, you can do a number of different things, including the back of your weeding tool. You can do that, just like that. This obviously works the best. Or if you have a scraper, you can use the scraper, putting it in there like this. But you might have to, move it a little bit. You don't want to obviously use a blade of anything on there, okay? And that makes this folding so much easier and putting the card together that much quicker, because you're not like having to recut the envelope. Now, I've already done this envelope, so I'm just going to put the matching green insert into the envelope, and I'm just going to need a little bit of glue. Actually, maybe we'll use double stick tape for this. I think that would be nice. So this is double stick tape. If you're new to card making, you want to get yourself a roll or two of this. I mostly use liquid glue, but for things that are straight, this is 1/4 inch double stick tape. Now, there are a lot of places that charge a lot of money for this, but you can easily pick it up at the Dollar Tree store, or you can buy it in bulk at Amazon. And it's the same stuff. I'll be honest with you, it's the exact same stuff. So there may be some others on the market, but I just buy them like rolls of 10. And then I use my weeding tool to take off the little double stick tape paper from the double side, or from the top side. All right. So let's go ahead and press that in. And then we can fold this, actually put it in a little to the left. Boop. I was watching this comedian, and he said, you know, you come to a time where you can't, as a kid, you say, uh-oh, everything's uh-oh. But then when you come to a certain time, not sure when it is, but you have to, you can't say uh-oh anymore, because then it seems like it's being, I don't know, pandering or something. I don't know what the word is, but you have to switch to something else. And what is this? Usually, oh, crap, or whatever. Insert, you know, bad word here. So, but I thought that was so true, because when, you know, we even tell that to a 2-year-old, oh, you spilled your ice cream. Oh, it was a mistake. So people could understand things were a mistake. I think some people learn that lesson, that some things are a mistake. And other people don't learn that lesson, and they blame others. You know, it was just a simple mistake. I know a few people that are, why did you do this? Like there was some reason why you did it. No, I wasn't thinking. Maybe that's the reason, but there was no motive to why I did it. I dropped it on the floor, and now the dogs are eating it. All right. Now I switched over from double stick tape to glue, precision glue, because we have quite a bit to fill in here. So I will start putting just teeny tiny drops of glue in here. I don't need a lot, and this is maybe actually a little too much, but by the time I get around to back to the front, it could be starting to dry. So that's why I'm doing it that way. The reason why we don't do a lot is because the glue, first of all, takes a little time to dry, and second of all, we don't want it to like splurge out onto the paper, because sometimes it will either leave like a glue blob, or it says it dries clear, but it's clear, shiny clear, and if you try to wipe it off, it causes problems too. So better to start off with the least amount of glue and say uh-oh if you messed up. But again, these are just really nice thank you cards. I have a couple more, and since I got that little consignment offer, I'm going to start showing you some of my favorite Cricut Access. I got like some Robin Bob. We're going to do quite a few Robin Bob cards that I'm going to send downtown to my friends at Explore. Just explore. I'm getting stuck on the D part. Discover, maybe? It's all about like finding new foods and learning to, you know, she does like charcuterie charcuterie displays. I like to listen to clean stand-up comedy, and there's this guy who has a very thick Irish brogue, and he was talking about being in America, and he said, I like that you guys describe it as a melting pot, but I don't think it's accurate. He said it's more like a charcuterie platter. And that's true, right? You got the salami, you got the cheese, you got Swiss cheese and Genoa salami. Everything has a name from where Parmesan is from Parma. You know, and then you have to ruin it with, this was his little punchline. He said, by putting too many crackers on there. I thought, oh gee, that was a little risque, but it worked. The joke worked, obviously, but it's kind of an interesting. I love to listen to other people talk about what it's like in America, because I think what happens is not a lot of us go outside of even our own state. Some of us never leave our state or the area that we live in. And that's a shame, especially if you have money for it, but it is super expensive. And I'm glad I did a lot of my travel when I was younger, and it was more affordable because I didn't have a house and all of that stuff. So plus I could walk well. But yeah, so anyway, I thought charcuterie board made a lot of sense, because I started thinking about different foods, like, you know, Swiss cheese, Wisconsin cheese, and then there are the foods that you don't need to say where it's from. You know exactly where it's from, like maple sugar. Well, that's from the Northeast, or maple syrup from the Northeast. Anything New Hampshire, Maine, a lot of people like, well, we have to get Canadian syrup. Not that I don't think it tastes any different. I think it's just the fact that it's from Canada. All right, we're done with this card with the exception of one thing. This is what I was talking about with the fold. I probably should have made this fold a little bit closer to the edge. Let's see if I can't do that. And then the one thing that I like to do with my cards is offer an enclosure, and a way to close it up so it really looks like it's, and believe it or not, I did research gums, like gums that you can paint on the envelopes, and I got, you know, what am I doing? At that point, I was like, what am I doing here? Just buy the envelopes. And I don't know why I'm having trouble putting this in there. Yeah. Well there, friends. I don't know why, but it's not closing up. Does this one close up? Yes. Anyway, so what I'm trying to tell you is, when you're wanting to give this out, but you can't, it's not personal, you want to send it out to somebody, what I do is I take a piece of that double stick and I just put it along the flap. I don't think you need the whole flap to put it on there. And then when you sell it, so if you're thinking, I think it has to do with this liner. But anyway, so when you go to sell it, you're going to put it in your protective plastic, because you definitely want to do protective plastic. And then, of course, you want to put something on the back of the card that says either you would sign it or a sticker. And then you put the envelope, which this envelope is not cooperating. Let's try that, see if that works. Nope, it does not. All right, well, back to the drawing board. I guess I'm not going to be able to show you the other one. Ugh. All right, never mind. Never mind. I'll show you the other one. This one here, I redid as a, it was a really nice sign that I made. I think it was last year. We did on a round piece of board that we painted, and then we used iron-on here and here. So I decided to turn it into a little card. Then when I re-looked at this, I was like, I don't really care for the sentiment, because it doesn't make any sense. Hello, Valentine. It would probably need to say something like stopping by to tell you how much I love you or something like that. Anyway, it's a circular card. So I thought it would look good in this square envelope. And you can also pick this up at my Cricut, you call it, my community profile. Okay, and then what I did here was, because these letters are so tiny, I could have done this in regular vinyl, but I find it's harder to weed and then apply all those little bits. So my little tip there would be to do it in iron-on. Make sure you mirror, obviously, and then do it in iron-on. And it's backward, yes, but then just use your little iron to iron on your card. Because yes, you can do that. You absolutely can iron on your card on paper or on wood. We've done it on wood. We've done it on paper. We've done it different places. And then last week, just doing kind of a brain dump. I was up pretty late last night, for me anyway, and I wanted to tell you that someone was asking, well, what are you going to make 2024 about? And I decided that I'm going to do one significant 3D thing a month. So we're going to do 12 3D projects in 24. I don't know. One of the ones that I want to do, and it could be a box, it could be a structure, like we did the churches and stuff. And I know that I'm going to do a cherry blossom. I think I'm going to do a cherry blossom in February, a cherry blossom pagoda. And then in January this year, I want to do, from SVG Cuts, I want to do the, okay, what is it? April in Paris. So in Paris, I want to do, in April, I want to do the Eiffel Tower, also from SVG Cuts. February, we're going to do the pagoda. In January, I was thinking about doing some sort of gazebo, like a winter gazebo, but I don't want to just pick SVG Cuts. And then I've got some for March, some Easter things that I want to make. I haven't made in a while. Anyway, so here's our Hello Valentine, and I'm going to get my... You talk too much. You talk too much. I ever since learning to laugh at that, I'm like, yeah, you know what I do. But I got to tell you something. My younger sister, it's like we get faster with speed, faster with age or something. My younger sister talks so fast that my own mother, who, has trouble with hearing and the like. So, I mean, we have to account for that. But my mother says she talks so fast. I'm like, wow, she thinks I talk so fast. She thinks my sister talks so fast. She probably is not hearing half of what I'm saying either. Hey. Half of what I'm saying either. A truck I'm not so great at trucks. I'll be honest with you. Although I have done, you know what I think we'll do? Maybe we'll this. I'm trying to think. For January, I was thinking that I wanted to do the gazebo. February, March, because Easter is coming up. I'm gonna do March. There's a really cute hat that that our friends over at Dreaming Tree made several years back that I just adore. It's one of those skimmer straw hats. All right, now you see that I am struggling a little bit here because I wanted to, I'll show you my original card. So my original card, I didn't leave enough space here at the bottom, and I want to make sure that I am going to leave the correct amount of space, but I thought it would be easier to put the sentiment, the large sentiment on first. So I'm just trying to just sort of give a little eyeball to this, and I think that that should be plenty. So I'm going to hold it onto it where I have it at, and then line this up, take this out. Don't move it, don't move it. And by the way, I did get this to work on the lowest level, which I was like, phew. So if you do pick up this one, I would suggest iron-on for the sentiment, and I am going to be changing the inside sentiment as well. And then the rest is just plain cardstock from AC, American Crafts, and the white is from Cricut. I just found I'm starting to do a little more outreach on paper since Cricut has done us wrong with the paper department. So I'm going to try some of the 12 by 12 Recollections paper. I want to see who's making theirs. I happen to really like Cricut cardstock, though who knows what'll ever happen with that. I am so done with wasting my breath on that. But so I switched over to AC cardstock, thinking I was going to pay a lot more, you know, for cardstock, and no, I pay less. So Cricut used to beat everybody on price on that, but doesn't anymore. I'm sorry, I don't want to beat up on Cricut, but I wish they would listen to us as we as paper crafters, because you see, I use my iron-on, I use my vinyl, but they're more accents. I mean, I don't have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds anymore, or a 3-year-old, 5-year-old. I have a teenager who only likes me to make him stickers. I can't even make t-shirts anymore because they're not the right ones. And I don't have a sublimation printer. So anyway, I do use these other, but they're more for embellishment than they are for anything else, to me. I mean, I'm not going to make a whole big, and then there's the issue of, with all the vinyl, it's like, is it safe to put your kid's name on everything, including their backpack? I mean, I know they're always with family, but I don't know. I grew up in the 80s and kids were getting, I remember being myself having a cheerleading jacket on, one of those old-fashioned wool ones, and it had my name on it, and people, we went to Topsail Fair, and there were people calling my name, and I know that they have to get their attention and everything, but it freaked me out. It freaked me out, to be honest. So here's our Hello Valentine. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. 2 for the price of 1. What do you guys think? Hope I didn't talk too much. Oh, you talk too much. You know, and I tell you this all the time, it really, really now does not bother me. When I first started hearing that, it was like, oh, and then you guys made me feel like, hey, you know, I like it when you talk. I don't like it when there's just like nothing, or you just hear the person breathing or something like that. And so there's our Valentine. This one, here's the original one I did. I don't like this. So I redid it and spaced it a little bit better, but I think I'll get better at it when I make some more different ones. So that is 2 more of my growing lists. So what we have coming up is one that says "My heart beats for you." And it's just a beating heart. We're going to use emotion. We're going to use the motion thing. So stick around for that one. We have 2 favorites that I always do. This the cat burglar that says "You stole my heart," and that also has the motion thing. I have a llama card, and then a couple others. An alphabet card, very, very cute. And so I'm going to start a wobble, action wobble. Thank you. Can we use, okay, so Deborah's asking, can we please make stickers and use real photos from our pictures with the Create stickers? Okay, I haven't checked out the Create sticker thing, but I will, Deborah. This week is pretty booked, but let me work on that over the weekend. You want to do a monogram? Monograms are fun too. We can do monograms as well. And I played around with that recently again, because I was looking for vinyl. I was looking for some inspiration to put on my car. So I have on there right now that says, "Girl, you got this." But then I realized after the fact that that it says "girl" on it, and I wanted to be, you know, guys have it too, you know, that I wanted to be inclusive. And so, and a non-binary, whatever, I think that's the correct way to say it, non-binary. But at any rate, so I was looking for inspiration, and I'm thinking, what was the thing that really was a pitfall for me this last year? And that is that I didn't have a good internal dialogue with myself. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have to figure out how to talk better to myself. And part of that was if I put a sticker on that other people could see. And to be honest with you, because I'm just like local, it's only my local friends or whatever, but I thought I ripped this. Yeah, I did rip it. But anyway, so I came up with one that said, try talking nicer to yourself, which I found at the Lori Whitlock shop. Now, Lori Whitlock recently had a sale. I'm not sure if you guys checked it out. I did. I found a couple of things that I want to show you from there too. There's a $1 sale going on at my Scrap Chick. If you have never done anything from there, they have terrific choices. And I haven't been, the last couple weeks, haven't been keeping up with any changes in Design Space or any new designs, because I have just so many designs. We're back to picking out a bike for Owen, because even though he starts driving school, it won't be till the spring. And he likes to ride his bike year round. I don't know why he wouldn't want a regular bike, even with learning to drive. But anyway, so there was a big sale at Lori Whitlock. She still has it up, even though it's for January 1st. So you could maybe have a look there. And then if you go to My Scrap Chick, they're having a sale, a $1 sale. So they have lots of great cards, especially like the movement cards, things we've made into movement card. And then they do a free a free thing every week, and they have this printable candy wrap, which I thought was cute, but I would probably rather piece it together. I don't know if there's an option for that. And then Dreaming Tree is 3dsvg.com. And right now they have a sports thing, which I'm like, meh. They did come out with this this set, but I didn't buy it because I had so many to do. And then as far as the 3D things that I want to do, I'll probably pick something from either here or somewhere else to do for my 3D object. I just can't figure out which one I want. And then SVG Cuts did have a number of sales, so if you bought stuff there, you can check it out right here. Oh, she's having 25% off winter. So this skating thing has this gorgeous gazebo, but it's on top of a box, which I thought was kind of a little problematic when I looked at it. But I love the fact that she has put stickers, I think they're stickers on each of and there's snow on it and everything. Now in New England, this would be sometimes colored green, or sometimes have some accent green. It's black, white, and green. So I might be able to make it look more New Englandish by changing out some of the colors. But if you see the gazebos, so I was thinking about one of those, but I also was thinking about, where's it? The British foam of this. I want to make this. I've been looking at this for years, and I wanted to make this. So maybe we're gonna make that this month, okay? But I promise you, we'll go back. We'll go back. Oh, word for the year. What should our word for the year be for our group? I don't know what our word should be. New. I want to do, I don't know. I think my word for my group, for my work, is going to be 3D. I really want to start building more buildings. I really like doing that. And then my personal is, it's more of a saying, is that it's more of a, stay positive, do positive things, or in your life, think positive things happen when you think positively. That's more like what I think about that. So Ardeen is what? Breathe. Yeah, breathe. Inspire. Yes, inspire. I'd love to do inspire. A resilience. That was probably going to be my year for last year. So whatever you choose to do, yeah, it's a great suggestion. Pick a word and then use your Cricut and cut out the word and stick it on your fridge or on your mirror or something like that. Make a keychain or a little thing that says word of the year. We put 2024. Oh, that sounds like a project to me. Oh, thank you. I'm an inspiration. Resilient. Maybe I can find a little chalkboard thing that we can do the vinyl on that says the year and the word, our word, inspire. Yeah, I like that. Thank you. Thank you, Loretta. You're the best. All right. Layer it with glitter. Layer it with glitter. Oh, you mean this? No, it's British. It has to be red, red, red. But I love the paper that they put in the back there. And I think I found some that's like that from Martha Stewart that I've had for ages that would make it look a little more Valentine-y. So I think that we're going to do that sometime in January. But I promise you, Deborah, that we will get to, and I think it was Gloria that also said monograms, but Deborah wants stickers using the sticker maker. And let's see, where is this sticker maker? I'm sure it's somewhere in plain sight, hiding in plain sight. Oh no, maybe I didn't. Let's see. I don't see it on here. I might have to upload. Oh, Constance, I will do what I need to do to make it see that it's on the top, okay? And then finding project in the Cricut community is when you going, not your things, if you just come up here to projects, I think, all. These are all my projects and all my bookmarked and all my ready to make. So I think, is it this? Yeah. Okay, so it's a light bulb that says discover, that brings you to, I guess you'd call this the community, or that's the way that Cricut's setting this up. But you'll see here there is a link to Cricut community, and these are how they're forming it. So they've got this spotlight on Katie Moore, and I love this bee. I'm gonna bookmark that. Anyway, things that have been loved a lot will show up here. I don't know that I have anything that's been loved a whole lot. And then you can search for community projects. Just community projects is 122. And then I'm going to just type in Miss Rita. That will find, you'll see mine. Okay, so then you click on anything else that was inspired by mine would also show up. So there was Diana Cresswell. So tomorrow we are doing this card, which is Rob and Bob, My Heart Beats for You. And also here is the thank you shaped card. And I will make the other card. You can only make cards. Oh, I did make it live. So here's my Valentine's Day. But you can only make cards live in community now if you have a picture, which I guess I understand. Sometimes it looks better to see the other thing, you know, the layout rather than the picture, but oh well. And then you can see that I have 764 projects. However, they don't always all show. Sometimes they don't all show. So you can like come back and see, like it seems like it's showing all of my, so there's 764 things that are only Cricut related. Almost all of my things have the A next to them. Now, this is interesting. The calendar, which I specifically say is free, and I only use shapes from there. It doesn't have that A on there. So I'm going to ask them about that. But so you can come here and just stay on my page. Thank you very much. And tell everybody about me. And you can just scroll and you'll see probably almost all of the Cricut Design Space, what do you call them? Projects are in here, and they say A on them, which means if you are an Access customer, isn't this adorable? Got a crush on you. I'm going to do that one, I think. Okay, I got to stop talking. I'll talk to you guys. Let's see. I think that's it for me for today. I just want to check the chat, see if I'm missing. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Jamie. So Jamie Leonard, who's one of our admins, said you have to be in beta to get the sticker maker. So what that usually means is that they're troubleshooting it. And then when they're confident that it's, easy to roll out, they will. And that makes it for everybody. But there is a way to get into beta. I don't want to get into that right now, but Debbie Mackey clearly is on beta. So that's where she is getting that from. So, okay, that's it for me. I love you all. I hope you have a terrific day. The sun is shining where I am, but even if it's not, find your closest sunflower friend and be the light for each other, okay? And have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. I'll catch ya tomorrow. Bye, everyone.